In this video, I'm going to spill the tea on the real truth about the men behind my multi-million-dollar investment portfolio. Yep, the trolls in my social media comment section called it. I have sugar daddies behind my wealth building journey. Or do I? You're about to find out, but only if you stay until the very end. Hey there, Invest Divas and Divos. My name is Kiana Danial, CEO of InvestDiva.com. I'm founder of Wealth Diva, where I teach you how to take control of your financial future and make your money work for you. My goal with this channel is to help you learn the methods to go from wherever you are right now to $1 million portfolio and more, even if it means finding yourself a sugar daddy. I was born and raised in Iran to a Jewish family. Before I was born, my dad was a successful entrepreneur and the owner of a construction company. So my two older siblings and my mom lived a life of luxury with chauffeurs and maids. Then came the year 1979 when the Iranian Revolution happened. This led to overthrowing of the Shah of Iran, and the new Iranian regime started cracking down on anyone who had amassed wealth during the Shah. That included my dad. They took over all of his assets and raided our home to empty it from all of our valuable assets, including my mom's jewelry. They even sentenced my dad to death. He got lucky though, as the guy who was supposed to finalize the sentence turned out to be his buddy from back his military days. Nonetheless, my family fell from riches to being completely broke. Then arrived I, 5 years after the revolution, and the government crackdown on my family continued. I still remember being fearful of the government raiding our rental home any moment, and that my parents were hiding the little that had remained from the wealth in our friend's home, including our piano and 3 Persian carpets. The impact of this trauma was so severe that seeded the foundation of my welfare diva mentality. You know, the mentality that drove me to a welfare house years later when I came to America. I made a whole video about it that you can go and check it out after you watch this video. Throughout my Invest Diva journey, I often wondered how my family could have preserved their wealth despite the regime change. I mean, yeah, I'm glad they didn't kill my dad, but would there have been an alternative reality if they had done some things differently? My first aha moment came during the 2008 market crash while I was studying electrical engineering in Japan. I accidentally made $10,000 during the market crash, and I decided to pursue a career of finance, ultimately leading me to New York City. But it wasn't long before I found myself repeating my family's cycle of falling from riches to rags. I lost my job and soon ran out of money to pay rent. You see, to shelter me from the pain of being broke, my family resorted to instilling poor money belief systems such as money can't buy happiness and people who come to money fast lose it fast. And since I had not yet fully broken away from this money mindset, I was repeating my family's cycle. Wait, but this video is about my sugar daddy. When is he gonna show up? You'll find out in about 90 seconds. In 2012, right after I started my Invest Diva journey, a mentor of mine named Nathaniel told me to buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin was fluctuating between $5 and $11 back then. And I have no idea what the heck this Bitcoin is. I'd rather day trade Forex. Oops. Following my welfare diva strategy, I lost the remaining of my savings in a single day trade. Spoiler alert, what would have happened if I did listen to Nathaniel? I could have bought 1,000 coins for about $5,000. During the second crypto winter, the average price of Bitcoin was $23,000. Those same coins, if I had bought them, would be worth more than $25 million, even during a crypto winter. But no, I was a welfare diva when the opportunity showed up. I did not jump on to seize it. I had to do what other poor people do, which is delay making a decision. And instead of doing my research, I decided to sleep on it. I slept on it for a good 5 years. It wasn't until 2017 that a financial company in the UK asked me to do research and analysis on crypto for them. I was skeptical, but agreed this time to do the job for them, you know, to get paid. And as I went down the rabbit hole on the decentralized nature of Bitcoin, something crazy suddenly became apparent to me. What is the decentralized nature of Bitcoin, by the way? It means that no centralized authority like a government or a bank can have control over it. If the concept of a decentralized asset like Bitcoin existed before the Iranian Revolution, and if my dad even had a fraction of his assets in such asset like Bitcoin and had saved it in a hard wallet, my family wouldn't have had to suffer to the degree that they did after the revolution. Why? Number one, a government body can't just freeze a decentralized asset like Bitcoin. Number two, hiding a Bitcoin wallet is way easier than hiding a freaking piano, a house, or a car. My mom literally could have hidden a wallet in one of my siblings' pockets while the government raided our house. And this is how my dad, also known as my first sugar daddy, inspired me to focus on diversifying my investments. Okay, I tricked you. My dad wasn't really a traditional sugar daddy, but I take learning from other people's mistakes as valuable wealth every single day. If it weren't for his tragic fall, I wouldn't have learned the valuable lesson about diversification, having multiple revenue streams, or inheriting my entrepreneurial aspirations. For example, now 10% of my over $7 million portfolio is in crypto. And even within my crypto portfolio, I'm diversifying strategically to mitigate risk. I talk all about cryptocurrency investing in my best-selling book, Cryptocurrency Investing for Dummies. Its second edition just came out. I'm also diversified across other asset classes, other countries, brokers, revenue streams, and even businesses. Now let's get to my second sugar daddy. My second sugar daddy is my baby daddy, Matt. Before I was able to fully retire him, he was a rocket scientist, a real one. He designed the world's fastest helicopter, the Sikorsky's X2, and used to work super hard and ultra long hours at a big company. He has helped me with my investment strategy developments in two ways, and I'm going to share the second one first. You probably know where this is going. Matt showed me why being a math whiz can actually cost you when it comes to investing. This is the biggest question that I get over and over again, is that, Kiana, investing is such a cool idea, or this is so exciting, but I suck at math. I want to start, but my brain, or I'm not smart, or I was never good with numbers at school. So I want you to know something about me. I'm no one special. I don't have any supernatural gifts, especially when it comes to math. I actually really struggled with math in universities in Japan, and one of the main reasons why I never worked as an engineer. But once I married an engineer, I thought all of my math problems were gonna go away. So Matt put his money into my investment account and we started investing together in one joint account. But right off the bat, he thought that he could outsmart my system because he's basically a math genius. And at first I was like, sure, after all, he is a math genius, so he probably knows better than me. So even though I didn't like his mansplaining, I started listening to him. But things started to go south from there. Every time we made money based on the suggestions, he got super excited and was like, you see, I told you so. But every time we lost, even if it was temporarily, he would get super upset and wanted to make it back and came up with a quick math solution to make up for the losses. He was just digging a deeper hole. It's like being at a casino and losing, then taking more money out of the ATM. So here's the moral of the story. No matter how good you are with math, it doesn't really matter. The markets aren't about math. They're about psychology and managing your emotions. And you can especially see the negative impacts of crowd psychology during market crashes and times of economic downturn, where people's emotions kick in and they try to solve a short-term problem, but instead create a long-term disaster. Now, the even more interesting fact is that research shows that women are better at investing than men. Yep, female investors outperform their male counterparts because they have a longer term outlook and aren't investing to win the game. They are investing for long-term financial security. So Matt finally swallowed his pride and realized that my investing system, the Invest Diva Diamond Analysis, also known as the IDDA, is getting better results than his math, even though my account was smaller. So that's why he gave up on trying to beat my system. And now He's fully retired doing what he loves because we achieved financial freedom through an investment portfolio I manage doing zero math just by using my investment system. Okay, I did throw him under the bus a little bit here, but he actually did help me with one of the points of the Invest Diva Diamond Analysis when I was building my investment portfolio. Backstory, I came up with the concept of the Invest Diva Diamond back when none of my boyfriends would put a ring on it. So I decided to give myself a diamond ring, the Invest Diva Diamond. Just like a diamond, the Invest Diva Diamond Analysis has 5 points: capital analysis, intentional analysis, fundamental analysis, sentimental analysis, and technical analysis. The first point, capital, is all about analyzing your own current capital, personal financial situation, debt, net worth, and any money-related stuff. It is all about understanding your personal risk tolerance. Your risk tolerance has 2 points. How many points? Just kidding. It has 3 points. Number 1, your ability to take a risk, your willingness to take a risk, and your confidence in the asset you're investing in. By the way, you can grab my free risk management toolkit to do this for yourself today after attending my free masterclass at investdiva.com/masterclass. I'll also put the link down in the description. The second point of the diamond is intentional, and that is all about defining your financial goals. If you don't know where you are and where you're going, you can't develop a roadmap, right? That's why before we even think about investing, you must complete the first 2 points of the Invest Diva Diamond Analysis. The third point, and the point that relates to my second sugar daddy, is fundamental analysis. And this is where Matt was very helpful for my portfolio, especially when it came to my tech stock allocations. I just revealed that I'm all about diversification and investing based on my unique risk tolerance. I also just talked about how the third point of your risk tolerance is your confidence in the asset you're investing in. You can actually increase your confidence in the asset you're investing in by really learning about its industry and the companies involved. Better yet, if you're investing in the stock of a company, you can increase your confidence and therefore your risk tolerance by investing in companies that you already are a customer of and companies you already know and love. Now, being an avid gamer and a literal rocket scientist, Matt knew a lot about companies like NVIDIA, AMD, and Tesla early on. These were assets I would not have even known about if it weren't for him. So thanks to him, I invested in NVIDIA when it was just around 20 bucks and AMD when it was less than $1. Now, did he then come in and meddle with my strategy with his emotional panics as the markets went up and down? Yes. But did I learn my lesson and only listen to him about the fundamentals and let the remaining points of my Invest Diva Diamond Analysis create the big picture strategy? You bet. So now we're working as a team, only focusing on our zone of genius while trying to keep our communications civil and compassionate. Wink. And there you have it, the real truth about the men or sugar daddies behind my multi-million-dollar investment portfolio and my wealth building journey. I'm curious to hear your thoughts about my sugar daddies. Do you think I would have got to where I am today if it weren't for the men in my life? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and share it with somebody you love, even if it's your sugar daddy. Keep making your money have babies, my fellow Invest Divas and Divos. I will see you in the next video.